XL Primetime, featuring Joe C.
I reduced my toilet paper down to 3 squares.
Matt Hayes.
Big asses and big thighs, yeah.
And Leon Searcy.
Bringing you love, peace, and soul.
I know what Leon's saying right now, besides the soul. He's saying, Matt Hayes paid off a bet, and my belly is getting full off of that Florida-Miami game. And even though it is an Italian meal, it's still worth the Corona call, okay? Because this is celebration time. Because Thursday is how we begin.
The best ever, right?
Oh, my God. Thursday is how we begin our weekend. And then Matt brings in homemade meatballs in some, not gravy, red sauce, okay?
Yeah.
Delicious red sauce and a toasted loaf of garlic bread, man.
Yeah, we know what? We don't have to get you on Food Network, bro.
Unreal.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. That sauce was amazing.
Yeah, I don't like losing that bet. 17 points.
Yeah, well, you were given.
Billy Vanilli just gets a first down.
You were given 17
We're all likely
points.
eating, chicken wings right
Listen,
now.
you
from
mess
Leon.
with the bull, you get the horns.
That's how confident Leon was. Instead of what was the line when we bet on it at Hard Rock? 7.5.
Yeah.
And you gave
Matt Hayes 17. I said, listen, we're gonna destroy Florida.
That's how confident you were.
I don't mind making meatballs for y'all. I mind losing the bet. I mind having to admit that I was.
I might have to give you some points next week too.
Yeah. FSU and Miami is going to be an interesting game, man.
Part of that game.
Huh?
Are you gonna lay 17 on that one?
It depends on the week.
Okay.
How I feel going
what kind of mood you're in?
Yeah, it depends, man.
All right.
The spider senses start tingling. You never know.
Okay.
Bet Joe on that one.
Yeah.
Bet Joe on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny because Big Sur and I were trying to nail down our bet, and then you guys jumped in and got your bet. And so I still feel like I owe him, but we were talking crab legs. And
I was talking stone crab.
yeah, he was. And I told him, I looked at him, I'm
Nothing
like.
more Miami than that.
I looked at him, I'm like, the only reason you're putting stone crab up there is because you know you ain't going to have to pay.
Exactly. He was going to get me gator tail. And say there's a huge disparity between the snow crabs and gator tail.
Right.
All right, so we got plenty to get into today. You've got, obviously, your Jaguars, and that's how we like to start our show, following Jaguars today. You guys got the Jaguars top of mind. They're on the brain. I did a Campo and Joe podcast with our head coach, Dave, earlier. You can find that on the social channels where we were breaking it down, looking back at the Bengals, looking ahead at the San Francisco 49ers. And it's an unbelievable opportunity if this team can go out there. And I'm not going to say take advantage of injuries, but make sure you should be able to benefit from Nick Bosa not being on the field, from Brock Purdy maybe not being 100%, for them not having a full complement of their receiving core. No George Kittle. Those things all add up, and not necessarily, hey, it's a layup, but take the opportunities that you've been given.
Well, I mean, here's the thing about the 49ers that I respect so much is that organizationally they seem to have things in order from top to bottom. So when you have a well-oiled machine like that on both sides of the ball, even when they got missing parts, they seem to come together. They're 3-0 now, even though they've got missing parts. So right. What I'm saying about the Jaguars is that you're gonna have to buckle up. Yeah, it's gonna be a fist fight.
Yeah,
but when you go in that kind of environment, man, you just gotta make it a fourth quarter game. Mm-hmm. Make either in the lead by 3 or down by 3 or down by 7 in the fourth quarter. You give yourself an opportunity because then all the pressure's on them, not you, because you made it a fight. You made it a fight in the fourth quarter. They got to figure out a way to win, but all the pressure's on them. That's what I just believe.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. You know what else? I kind of start to think they should start to change the idea, the thought process of who and what they are.
Uh-huh.
You don't need an injury to Bosa. Go out there and win the game.
Yeah. Go
out there and take that game. Like you've shown what you can do defensively, turning teams over. Mm-hmm. You've shown the potential in this offense when it's clicking. If they play a complementary game on offense where it's the run game and the pass game, they are going to be a difficult team to stop.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen that yet. So if they can get to that point in the pass game where these guys are catching balls and the protection is still there and they're running the ball like they have, they are going to be a difficult out. They're going to be putting a lot of defense in conflict. I'll tell you that right now.
And that upfront work and the ground game paying off, if it does, That's the dimension, the added dimension that this team has been missing. And it was, like we talked about it yesterday, they're going to make Trevor beat them versus that run game, which is wild to say because you're talking about, quote, the generational one, the number one overall pick, all that stuff. But Trevor is going to be given a wonderful opportunity to go out there and see if he can make plays. He may be without De'Ami Brown. We don't know yet. We'll look at that injury report when it comes out again today. But right now, it looks like it's probably, I don't know. We've seen guys that don't practice on Wednesday that end up practicing on Thursday or Friday and still go. That happens. And especially if you look at Ricky Pearsall as an example for the San Francisco 49ers. He's dealing, I believe, with a knee injury. He's already told the reporters he should be good to go, but did not practice. And so those are the guys that if they can get De'Ami back or get Travis Hunter more involved, though one of those two things has to happen.
Well, listen, I look at our wide receiver core like a track meet. Who's going to be the anchor? Who's going to be the lead man? Who's going to take the baton and is going to lead this team
right.
with the catches that we need, to go into somebody's house like the 49ers and win? Because it doesn't seem like anybody wants to take the lead. Nobody wants to be the anchor. Somebody's got to do it. De'Ami, we thought Brian Thomas Jr. was that alpha that could do it. He's taking a step back. We're trying to get more Travis Hunter more incorporated in it. Parker Washington had some success, in the Cincinnati game. Then he drops the ball. I just need a little bit more consistency from my wide receiving core.
Get Patrick in there, man. Big body.
Well, he made a catch the other day.
The ball.
Yeah, he made a catch the other day, and it's so funny because when he came into this roster, you had to look at him as maybe a little bit longer in tooth, but an accomplished player, not a ton of plays, but certainly has made his share of plays with multiple teams. He comes in, he learns the offense, and he makes those types of plays. So, yeah, he'll be given an opportunity. Just to use Tim Patrick as an example, if the 49ers have to go deep on their roster, because right now, no Brandon Ayuk. They haven't had him since beginning of last year when he wrecked the knee, and he's still having a hell of a time coming back from that. Juwan Jennings has been hurt. So if they're even talking about, hey, will San Francisco move and try and make a deal, not before Sunday, but maybe next week or whatever the week after for a Tyreek Hill, for somebody like that. But the word out of the San Francisco area, Kendrick Bourne was a guy that was here. He's on that roster. Sky Moore, Marcus Valdez-Scantling.
Sky Moore?
Yeah.
Is still in the league?
Oh, yeah. And so.
Sky Moore.
The NFL check's good, bro. You try to stay as long as you want.
Yeah. And so right now, that's what you're basically looking at, and you'll see whether or not it's going to pay off for them when it's all said and done. But this team defensively needs to make sure that they don't have that explosive. They've had it now 2 weeks running. The T. Higgins play and the Nico Collins play. You can't let that happen. Ricky Pearsall made him a hell of a catch. Did you see that catch against the Cardinals the other night? Was it, or the other last Sunday? Was it inside the 10 or inside the 5? Beautiful play. We talked about back shoulder. Take a look at that catch. That was a hell of a catch. And it set up, obviously, them to beat the Cardinals. So they're a 3-0 club. Right now, trying to figure out if they can make it 4-0 or if this team can get to 3-1. We'll get to maybe some of the main keys tomorrow, but the early lean, Leon, just in terms of what they will do right in order to get the win. What's the one thing that's
what we will do right?
Yeah.
Oh man, I think pressure.
Yeah.
I think pressure.
Keep that going.
Yeah, keep that going. Yeah, you got to get pressure, even if Trent Williams is not going to be an easy win, so you might have to bring 5 or 6 every now and then. Levin Lloyd, you got to bring him on stunts, Mike fires, wheel fires, whatever you need to do, outside, inside, on games, that kind of stuff. You're going to have to bring at least 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm. I'm going with turn that offense over, man. I mean, look, we can all say how long can they keep this going? Well, so far it's 3 games.
Yeah,
and it's 3 every game, so it's kind of It's kind of difficult to just say, I don't expect them to do anything in this game. This is now becoming their MO. Mm-hmm. And more important, they believe it's their MO. And I think if you get that in that locker room where they believe in something, they believe that this is what they are, this is who they are, this is how they play, you're going to see that more often. And
the one thing that you've said, you maintain, Leon, is that that's a physical bunch that they're going to have to battle for 60 full.
Yeah, they're going to have to buckle up. They're going to have to put on the big boy pants.
Yeah.
Because 49ers, just organizationally, they seem to be stout. And they build They bring guys in, the character guys, physical guys, smart guys, all that kind of stuff. So it's you're going to have to fight them for 60 minutes.
Texans were pretty stout. Tell you that. Texans were pretty stout.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going from a fist fight to another one.
Yeah.
I mean, they're walking down another alley because that was one tough back and forth, and both defenses put some knots on some heads on the offense. They did.
I mean, it's almost good that the Jaguars had to go through that because it prepares them for what they got to go through again.
Yeah.
Another bar fight.
Yeah. All right. So Jaguars on the brain. You guys can. The text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Love to hear from you when you're thinking about what it's going to take to win this ball game. We got some college football chatter, like we said, the big ball games. Maybe even classify it as a separation type of Saturday or a showdown Saturday. Whatever word or phrase you want to use, there's some big ones. Oregon, Penn State, LSU, Ole Miss. Let's get into a handful of those. Georgia, Alabama, all those coming up. We will do it on XLP today. Thanks to Rebound Rehab. The folks there are excited about now a 12th location. They just keep growing. They've got them all over the First Coast. Began in St. Augustine. And my man Hamant knows exactly what he's doing. They got a team of physical therapists that will definitely be there to help you, whatever it might be, auto accident, workers accident. It could be a sports injury. Just make sure you check out reboundrehab.com. It's XLP. We're talking Jags, college football, and the Ryder Cup coming up on XLP.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. Open the weekend early with Pregame Friday.
Anything you want to add to this?
Get the news, notes, and inside stuff you need to get ready for game day.
That's all I ever think about.
Pregame Friday.
Built by Dreamfinders Homes on 1010XL.
Hey, First Coast, it's your boy Big Sirs, your lemon pepper guy, back in better than ever for Wingstop. You know I can't resist those crispy, flavorful wings that make your taste buds dance. Wingstop just opened a hot new location in Jeremiah Street in Middleburg. That's 17 locations now serving up the most mouth-watering wings in town. And my favorite, lemon pepper. Try these new quick and easy ordering apps and swing by today for fresh, hot wings made just for you, only at Wingstop.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys Locksmith Service.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barr here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barr Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit barrorthopedics.com.
It's not girl talk, it's sports talk.
Let's talk football.
Tom McManus adds his helmet to the heels with Lauren Brooks and Taylor Dahl. Afternoons 2 to 4. Fought for you by Green Law Group on 1010XL.
Interested in a unique date night? Gibby here. I took my wife Nikki to Wick a Candle Bar. She made her own custom candle right there in the store. Shop local at Wick a Candle Bar. Locations in San Marco and Jacks Beach.
Helmets and Heels is returning to Vegas. If you're heading out for the big game, join us at Circa Resort and Casino this October for a Halloween weekend football getaway, featuring Circa room discounts and a huddle up for everyone in the teal and black. Meet Helmets and Heels Friday night, October 31st, then hit the Circa Stadium Swim with temperature-controlled pools and a massive betting screen. For Circa room discounts and more information, visit the 1010XL webpage or circalasvegas.com/huddleup-up.
Hear the Florida Gators all season on 1010XL. Unlocked by Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. The law firm of Farah and Farah and Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Go Gators!
When you need plumbing, septic, or air conditioning service, trust matters. That's why more homeowners in Jacksonville choose Duck Duck Rooter, the area's most trusted service company. We're licensed, insured, and the only master septic contractor in Northeast Florida. From small plumbing repairs to major renovations, septic tank pump outs, drain field installations, and full air conditioning service, we do it all. Call 904-862-6769 or visit duckduckrooter.com. Duck Duck Rooter. When you're stuck, call the duck.
Been in a car crash?
I'm local attorney Rick Alexander, and I've made it our mission at the Alexander Law Practice to listen to you so I can fight for the best possible result for you. I've been practicing over 30 years, and our team focuses on guiding you through the entire process. And because fees and reimbursement costs come out at the end of the case, I will never ask you to come out of pocket. For a free review, call 904-400-6600 or log on to alexanderlawpractice.com, Jacksonville.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Thursdays on XL Primetime are restored by Rebound Rehab with 11 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com.
Definitely, when you are dealing with aches and pains, you want to get back in the game. Definitely look into Rebound Rehab. We appreciate them hanging out with us on a Thursday and appreciate all of y'all, all of Duval and beyond for hanging out. And how about this one? It's got to make you feel good. One of our nooners texts in, it's my 49th birthday, and the Corona call was right on time because I'm leaving work and about to have a few. All right. Yeah, there you go. Happy birthday.
Mm-hmm. That was your best one. I thought last week was your best one, and now I think it's this week. Like, they're getting better.
I think it's good food that's being brought into the building.
I don't know what it is, man, but
that motivates me.
Now.
But
he's firing his glutes, bro.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
are firing your glutes.
It's exactly what it is. Oh, I love it. Love it. All right, so it's all the ball that we get to talk about, too. That's kind of what's got me fired up as well. We want to get back to you, Jags. We will stay on them, but like we said, there's so much to get to that we definitely want to chime in on, especially with all these big ball games that we have in the college football world. So let's at least shift there for 1 second. By the way, Big Sirs, one of our nooners did text in, and at Publix, they've got those snow crab legs, $12.99 a pound.
Really?
Yeah, you might want to check in on that.
I might want to check in on that.
Okay.
And I'm telling you another thing Publix did for me, man. That made me happy. Put a smile on my face.
Yeah?
The smoked cheddar Cheez-Its are back.
Oh, they are.
Get out of here. Those are your favorite, man.
They're back, baby. They're back. I took all 3.
Oh, you are loving it. You are loving it. All right. So let's just spend a hot minute on college football, and then, like we said, we'll get back to you, Jags, and talk some Ryder Cup with Jay Haas. And, of course, Furyk and Friends is coming up next week, so we will definitely talk about that as well. But I mentioned Oregon, Penn State. Just a surface-level thought of this one, Matt. It's number 6 Oregon. It's number 3 Penn State. We did our XLP to the CFP earlier this week, and we all basically admitted, I included Oregon in my top 12, but I just haven't been wowed by Penn State's offense. I thought the team was stacked. Had one of the most returning starters on their roster. I'm trying to think of who else might have been ahead of them, but they had a ton.
16.
Yeah.
And they also got Trevor Pena from Syracuse, the star receiver.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Signed him too. That's the kid that Fran Brown said, I'm not paying a receiver $1 million.
Yeah, which is
half my NIL budget.
Yeah, good on him.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Good on him. But Oregon, we know that they're capable of scoring. They've been able to just constantly shift from one transfer portal quarterback to another and just keep it rolling. Dante Moore's not playing bad at all.
He's not. Neither one of them played anybody. They both have played
exactly.
No one.
And Drew Aller, look, big guy, big and strong, can run when he needs to, but hasn't really wowed anybody, like you said, with the transfer portal guy that they brought in. Anyway, that's a huge matchup between those two in the Big Ten.
It's a night game. It's a whiteout. It's going to be crazy there. Yeah, I mean, Penn State is just like meh first 3 weeks.
Yeah, they have.
Doesn't mean that they haven't been holding back, which they easily could.
Yeah.
Been holding back and just trying to get through it, and then all of a sudden you're going to see this great game against Oregon. I could see that happen, of course.
Yeah.
But right now, if you're asking me who I think is going to win that game, I think Oregon's going to go in there and win that game.
Okay.
Just because even though it's in Happy Valley, I just have a bad feeling about Drew Aller in big games. That's all.
Okay. Your gut? What are you thinking?
It's going to be hard to go in there and be in Happy Valley, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other part of it is Penn State worked Oregon last year in the end. Okay.
No, Oregon beat them.
Oregon beat them
in the Big Ten championship.
In the Big Ten championship.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think of how that game unfolded. Worked them early, and then Oregon took care of business.
No,
they dealt with
Oregon
them
Oregon had the lead.
Okay.
Then Penn State got close, and then Oregon.
I was trying to remember exactly how it went.
Yeah.
So they got close later, but then ultimately,
I think you're thinking of Ohio State just beating the pants off Oregon in the Rose Bowl, is what you're probably thinking of.
In the end, yeah. In the beginning, that didn't happen. That was that field goal game where.
No, in the Rose Bowl, they just jumped out and killed them.
Yeah. Totally different game from the regular season.
Well, see, this gives me that same feel from last week because Penn State has a lot of returning starters. Illinois had the same situation, and then they get Drummond when they play Indiana. I mean, could you see Oregon run the table on Penn State at Happy Valley? Because you said they look. You said they look.
So here's the thing. I mean, they also have Jim Knowles. We can't forget that, the Ohio State defensive coordinator. He's now at Penn State. He's one of the best DCs in the country.
Another guy they paid a bunch of money to get their hands.
And they've got I think 7 or 8 stars returning on defense. Like, that's a team they're ready to win a championship right now.
Mm-hmm.
See, part of me, a majority of me, I should say, thinks that they just went through the first 3 weeks going through the motions on purpose.
See, that bothers me.
Like they were saving a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That bothers me, though. That bothers me. I mean, because.
No, because they didn't want to show. What I mean by that is they didn't want to show what they had.
Okay,
they were very vanilla.
Okay, that makes more sense. Then.
Yeah,
because
then they're going to come out firing all cylinders. Their glutes will be firing Saturday in the White House.
The 2 big running backs,
right?
And Aller. So we don't know what Billy Napier has pulled every trick out of his bag. He has none. Okay, he didn't have any when he tried to pull the tricks out of his bag, and he has no more to pull out of his bag. Whereas, meanwhile, James Franklin and company may have a little bit more to showcase against Oregon because they're going to have the firepower. All right, LSU, Ole Miss. This is one of the great games this weekend with the sidebar of Lane Kiffin's daughter coming out on social media and announcing that she's dating the star linebacker on the defensive side of the LSU Tigers, which is just genius. Maybe a little daddy anger. I have no idea. But they don't know for sure whether Trinidad Chambliss is going to be starting or Austin Simmons is going to come back. And, Matt, Simmons hasn't looked as good as maybe you and I thought he would look coming out of the box. He's been
he threw a few picks.
In
the first couple games. But, I mean, look, you're talking about a guy that a different level clearly leading Ferris State to a national title in Trinidad Chambliss. But it's still a guy that's been in big games and that you would think is not going to get overwhelmed by the moment. Now, again, they're at home, which is going to help them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how you don't get a little overwhelmed when you see that LSU defense because you can say Trinidad Chambliss played well, and he did in those 2 games. That's not even close to what he's going to deal with LSU. He's dealing with the top 5 defense right now.
Yeah, Blake Baker.
That's going to be a new experience for him. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, Blake Baker, 2 first names with a load of players that came in through the transfer portal, and they definitely got it humming on that.
But I'm gonna ask you this question. I know it may be a little bit more overwhelming for the kid, but that's just right up Lane Kiffin's alley. He would love nothing more for that kid to go into Baton Rouge and win that.
No,
game.
It's in Ole Miss.
Oh, it's in Ole Miss.
Yeah, it's in Ole Miss.
Well,
it's in the Grove.
It's in the Grove. I mean, he would love nothing more than that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously
wheelhouse.
he would love that, right?
Because it would stack onto his excellence, so to say. And no one loves Lane like Lane.
I don't disagree, but that defense, bro. Ooh, that LSU defense.
Yeah.
They're going to cause some problems.
I got a feeling we're going to see both of those quarterbacks, honestly. Trinidad and Austin when it's all said and done.
Yep.
All right, real quick. Georgia, Bama, 7:30 kick. And Alabama, if they're going to right the ship, be better than they were in that opener against FSU, prove to people that they're still in the conversation. This is a huge ball game, and it's interesting that you got a top 5 unbeaten team in Georgia and an embarrassing loss for Alabama right now. And really, who else have they played? Whiskey? They at least beat up on Wisconsin, but that's not a good football team.
The worst Wisconsin team since like the 90s.
It's just not a good football team. That's it's a brand or a name if you're up in Big Ten land. Alabama wore them out. Anyway, it's only a 3-point line.
Which just shocks me.
Yeah. Well, it's the respect for the rivalry and what Alabama has been able to do to Kirby Smart. And Kalen DeBoer at least took that baton from Nick Saban.
So if Florida State plays in Athens, what's that number? It's almost like Vegas thinks that's just a mirage. It's an outlier.
That's what they think.
That's not an outlier. They've played Monroe and the worst Wisconsin team since 1991.
Yeah, I think Vegas is kind of being fooled right now.
Yeah.
But Crimson Tide fans, you let us know. 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, because if they are going to turn things around and be a better, more consistent team offensively and, for that matter, defensively, they're going to have to. In other words, which of these quarterbacks is going to shine more against those defenses? Is Ty Simpson going to battle back and reclaim a little glory? Is Gunnar Stockton going to keep it going after what he did up in
I was impressed with Gunnar what he did in Tennessee.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Keeping them because it was close to being, I mean, when they were up, what was it, 21-7?
Yeah.
It was 21-7, and they brought back, made it close. I mean, I was looking at Tennessee like they're going to blow them out, but Gunnar, he fought through it.
On the road.
I'll tell you what, my fear is that FSU win is going to be minimized over the course of the season. It's going to be, well, it was just the first week of the season. Well, it was just his first start.
That only happens if they win.
Right? I know.
Yeah. So are you thinking they win?
But my fear is, no, if they do. My fear is that FSU, like if they win, what does that say about the SEC if Alabama wins that game? They go into Georgia and wins that game.
Well, what's at stake at Athens is a huge number of wins at home.
What's at stake is the SEC's reputation right now is what's at stake.
Yeah, but I'm trying, like, that would be, I would think, a big win for whoever wins that game.
My point is, if Alabama goes in there and wins that game,
that's not a black eye.
Then you're immediately saying that Alabama is the best team in the SEC, right?
Well,
so the best team in the SEC got annihilated by a 2-10 team from last year.
Yeah, I do get what you're saying as far as, wait a minute, little old ACC beat up on this squad, and this squad just beat what's viewed as the top 5 Georgia team. First off, I'm not sure that happens. And then secondly, it would just mean that Alabama fixed the mistakes and problems that they had in week 1 and it turned things around.
You sound like a lot of those college football playoff voters, JoJo.
What are you talking about? I'm giving you,
man.
First, did you hear what the first thing I said? I don't think it will happen.
So right now, Alabama and the AP is 17. Georgia, of course, is 5. If Alabama beats Georgia, what are the odds they jump Florida State? Florida State is 8 right now.
Well, they shouldn't.
And I'm just asking you, what are the odds they jump Florida State? That's all I'm saying.
It depends on whether that girl who has the AP vote is still filling it out. I have no idea.
Girl in Southern California.
Yeah, I have no idea. But they shouldn't jump Florida State. Florida State has a big ball game next week against those Canes.
I got news for you. Florida State's got a big game
against
tomorrow.
Virginia. Yeah, tomorrow night. Yeah. All right, that's another one worth getting into. All right, we'll keep it going. College football. You guys jump in 641-1010. Hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Let's make room now, though, for Jay Haas, a former Ryder Cupper, a guy that has played a lot of golf in his life. He's getting ready for the Fury Conference coming up next week right here at beautiful Timuquana Country Club. And the Ryder Cup starts tomorrow. Cannot wait.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford Mobile Service. Game-ready service right to your driveway.
Southside Kia is now Kia on Atlantic. New name, new location, same great deals. And we're ready for you. We're going all out with end of summer savings, like new Kia starting at $20K. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. Or you can even hit the road with financing rates as low as 0. It's not too late. Online at KiaOnAtlantic.com. Kia on Atlantic, your coastal Kia connection. For complete details, call 904-250-0587.
This is Mark Nato. My sons and I have seen the doctors and PAs at Southeast Ortho for everything from lumbar spine stress to elbow tendonitis. Southeast has always been there, been truthful, and always been on point. Everything they say happens. We can't thank them enough for what they've done and the great care that they have taken of our sons.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
If you want to sell your home, or you're worried about selling your home, or you've had trouble selling your home, let me give you the hotline to the help you need. That's the hotline to Chad and Sandy. 904-414-6200, chadandsandy.com. Area homes are selling, but you got to get the right price, and you need the right marketing, the proven systems. Chad and Sandy, hit every base for you. Need to sell now? Instant offers coming. Fast, easy, stress-free. You want max price? Chad and Sandy bring your home to market with unmatched exposure, whether you're buying or selling. Fast or max cash, Chad and Sandy have the proven plan guaranteed. And how about this promise? Chad and Sandy guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. They are the real estate experts you can trust. So call them today at 904-414-6200 or go to chadandsandy.com. That's Chad, A-N-D, Sandy.com.
Get ready, poker players. The World Poker Tour is coming back to Best Bet Jacksonville from October 30th through November 18th. It's your chance to become a World Poker Tour champion with 14 different poker tournaments to play, including the Best Bet Scramble, a $5,000 no-limit hold'em main event with a $1 million guarantee. Satellites and mega satellites are going on now at Best Bet Jacksonville. For the full WPT schedule and more information, visit bestbetjacks.com. That's bestbetjacks.com.
We're certainly facing interesting economic times. For me, it's comforting to know my money's in good hands with ITP Partners. Jacksonville guys taking care of my Jacksonville money. Experience? Yeah, that's Chris Bryan, Jeff Hartman, Reagan Wright, Dan Abel, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reed Wingate. They have the expertise and knowledge to take care of your money. For more info, go to itppartners.com. ITP Partners, they're my financial partners for life.
Non-compensated client testimonial may not be representative of all client experiences. No guarantee of future performance or success.
Hey Jacksonville, Lauren Brooks here from Helmets and Heels. Summer heat has settled in, but don't sweat it. Big Chief Tire has your back with $50 off all AC services. Whether your system needs a quick recharge or a full repair, their expert team will keep you cool and road ready all season long. With 6 locations around Jacksonville, trusted service is always nearby. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to schedule your AC service. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Daly's Dash is not only your Jaguars game day stop, but a great place to grab a meal any day of the week. To honor the Jags and the fans, we've crafted the Duval sub. The Duval comes with freshly sliced turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheese, topped with crisp lettuce, fresh tomatoes, and a double portion of our secret sauce, all served on a fresh roll. Come by your local's Daly's Dash today to get your delicious Duval sub. Daly's is the official convenience store sponsor of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still, present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Now, another great guest on the Checkmate Coatings phone line.
Hello.
Your floor's missing piece.
Telling everybody here in Jacksonville how much I'm fired up for the Ryder Cup, but most fans here are just thinking all about that oblong leather pigskin. But our guest right now, Jay Haas, knows all about that little white golf ball that he's been chasing forever. He joins us now on XL Primetime. Jay, welcome in. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on. Looking forward to spewing out some information here for you.
Well, it's funny because I've been with the PGA Tour Entertainment folks, now PGA Tour Studios, for over a quarter century, calling golf on international TV, and just love the heck out of it, and have great memories of watching you and your son and everything else. But going into this Ryder Cup week, Jay, the anticipation for me and many golf fans has been ramped up because of what should be a great scene up at Bethpage Black. What is it going to be like in your mind?
Well, it's amazing how each 2-year segment it increases somehow. It's just incredible. I think even more so at Bethpage, the New York crowd, and those fumes have been simmering for quite a while now, I think. And I think the people of New York feel it's their duty to be, I don't know if disruptive is the right word, but certainly very passionate about their home team crowd here. So, anything goes. I think that it's going to be a close match. I hope it is for everyone involved. But it's incredible the pressure that's being built up, and these players are all feeling it right now, I'm sure.
Now, Jay, I played in the Super Bowl where I represented the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I know that was a hell of an accomplishment for me, how much I felt that I was representing that organization. But as far as being a player for the Riders Cup and you're representing your country, how big is that for you?
Well, it's so different from week to week. Pittsburgh Steelers, NFL football, high school, college, whatever. It's a team game through and through. And golf is the exact opposite. Sure, you play team golf in high school and college, but there's nobody to pass the ball to, nobody to block for you. You don't have to guard anyone. There's no defense, all that different stuff. You add up the scores at the end on a team score, and you win or lose. But then once you turn pro, these team events are so foreign to what we're used to week after week after week. And I think I was making a few notes and going through my head some of the things that are different. And probably the number one thing that we're not used to as golfers is getting booed when we miss shots, or getting cheered from the opposing crowd when we miss a putt. And normally you go to the U.S. Open, the Masters, whatever it might be, and a guy misses a putt. I don't care what country he's from. There's an audible groan like, oh, no, he missed that putt. This week, Rory misses a 6-footer. There's going to be so much cheering going on, and you really have to have some thick skin.
Hey, Jay, as a PGA Tour player, I mean, that's your livelihood. That's how you earn money. That's how you feed your family. This is a little different. What's the difference in the pressure, and which is more pressure, to be on tour or to be in this moment?
Without doubt, being on these teams. So different. You're playing for your country. Week to week, even if you go to the U.S. Open, the Masters, the PGA, the British Open, these major events, most of the guys, save for a few, are flying under the radar. You think about all these wonderful players from both teams. I just put Harris English, Russell Henley, Ben Griffin, Sam Burns. I'm not throwing them in the same pile, but week to week, they're not doing interview after interview after interview prior to their rounds. And Rory does that, and Bryson does that. Guys like that are Scotty Scheffler. He's coming into the press room every single day prior to the tournament, whereas this week, all of these guys are in the press room, and they're being asked all these questions, and it's just different. And then once the flag goes up and the crowd screaming USA, USA, the hair stands up on your arms and the back of your neck. And I recall hitting the first shot at Oakland Hills 20-some years ago, and I looked down, I was holding the club, and I was looking at my arms and wondering whose arms those were. It's just so different, and you crazy thoughts go through your head, like, am I going to hit somebody here with this shot? Am I going to somehow get it in the air? Wow. And again, it's just no pressure like it.
We're talking with Jay Haas, a longtime PGA Tour player and now PGA Tour champions. And when you think of the emotion of, say, a Keegan Bradley, who's now going to captain this team, he has that fiery style to his game and personality. How good will that be, and will the rest of the team feed off of that for a big win?
I watched Keegan, I want to say it was at Medina, great comeback by the European team there, and he and Phil played together, and they were, high-fiving. They were running around the greens. Keegan was on fire. I like some of that, but as the captain, I think he needs to be maybe a little more subdued and behind closed doors, do all of that stuff that he wants. But out there on the golf course, I think that, he maybe needs to tone it down a little bit. I don't know. Maybe that's not the right thing to say, but I think that he needs to lead, and I think he's done that. From what I understand and what I've seen and some of the guys being interviewed, I think that Keegan has done a wonderful job. He's very, very passionate about the Ryder Cup, as are many players. But I think Keegan holds it a special place in his heart. And, he's been on the other side, obviously very well documented about him being passed over for a couple guys that maybe he should have made it last time and all that. So, he's seen both sides of the coin. And clearly, if he would not have been the captain, he would have been a pick this year. He's 13th in the world and somebody who would have been a great teammate. So I think that he's I hate to be a cliche here, but left no stone unturned. He's on top of things and wants to he wants to be a memorable week for everybody.
So, Jay, you've talked at length about the pressure. With Scotty Scheffler, he's playing so well. I mean, will pressure get him, or is he one of those guys you think he's playing so well that it's not going to affect him?
I think maybe the second part. I think that he is just I don't say he's immune to the pressure, but he handles it as well as anybody that's ever played right now. I just don't think people can understand how good he has been over a pretty good length of time right now. I mean, no surprise when you turn on the TV on Friday afternoon and he's in the top 5 every single week, and that's just not that easy to do, which makes you go back in time, Tiger, how good he was for so long. I saw something the other day that if Scotty Scheffler's number 1 until 2035, he will tie Tiger Woods' number of weeks at number 1. So
that's unreal.
That's how good he was for such a long time. But Scotty seems to be able to handle it as well as anyone going. He's kind of even keel, but from what I understand about him is nobody wants to win more than he does. He just shows it or doesn't show it the way a lot of people do.
I got to get one more in on the Ryder Cup, and then we have to ask Jay Haas about the Furyk and Friends, which I'm so looking forward to as well next week. But this is a quote from Jay. Listen to this. In 85, maybe 7,500 people were there for the whole week. In 95, we walked out Tuesday, and there were 25,000 fans chanting USA. Oh my God. Hair on the back of my neck stood up, said Jay Haas. And Jay, that gives you an idea of just how much this thing has ramped up from 83 to what you described in 95 to now 2025.
Well, I'm getting chills right now just listening to you say that. And that's exactly what I said and exactly the way it happened. Literally, my first Ryder Cup, it was at PGA National, and I don't think there were 7,500 people for the entire week. Practice rounds, matches, everything. Nobody really cared. And in 85, and that was 83, and then 85 and 87, the Euros won, and they won in 87 at Muirfield Village, and then it was on. It was like, whoa, this is our Ryder Cup. Don't be taking this on our soil and all that. And from then on, it's been ramped up. But in 95, it was at Oak Hill in Rochester. We walked out of the locker room on Tuesday morning to go play a practice round, and I thought we'd just kind of saunter out there and there'd be a few hundred people or something. They had a chain link fence between the clubhouse and the driving range so we could get through the crowd, and that's when I knew. I hadn't played in 12 years, so I didn't experience it firsthand. But that's when I knew that things were different, and so. That's where the experience comes in. I think that you could say, let's get some youth out there and all that stuff. But, if somebody's never been to a Ryder Cup, never been on the team or whatever, and that happens to them, it's an eye-opener. So you better be ready for it.
All right, so we look forward to what happens tomorrow, of course, and then next week, the Furyk and Friends. You were here last year at Timuquana. What do you think about your game? And obviously, it's such a great event for the fans to be able to come out and enjoy.
Well, it really is. It's one of my favorite courses that we play all year. They've done an unbelievable job there at Timuquana. We are excited about coming to that place. Jim Furyk is one of our best guys that's ever come down the pike, and he one of my partners in Ryder Cups and President's Cups, and so I love him to death. Just always look forward to coming down there. I think that, the course itself, to me, sets up for great ball strikers, and you've seen that, guys that have won the tournament in the past there, and it should be a great shootout again in this coming week, and I'm really looking forward to be there. As far as my game, I get most of them up in the air still, but, I give up way too much yardage. I play with Ernie Els on Sunday at Pebble Beach, and he was consistently 30 to 40 by me off the tee, and so now he's 2 and 3 clubs shorter than me coming into the green. It's just so hard to compete when that's the case, and I have to play as good as I can play just to be a factor. But athletes, we all think we can do it, and I've just been blessed to be able to play here. I'm 71 years old, still playing my sport that I love, and I feel good with a scorecard in my back pocket, the adrenaline pumping, and I still get that feeling. I still get on the first tee, and I'm nervous, and that's kind of the drug that fuels us. Is the just that excitement, that adrenaline is what we live for. And when we hit a shot, you picture the shot, you hit the shot, the crowd reacts, saying, let me do that again. There's nothing like it.
That's why they call it life's greatest mulligan. PGA Tour champions. It is absolutely the best. Hey, Jay, we look forward to seeing you next week. Thank you very much.
We look forward to it too, guys. See you soon.
All right. Furyk and friends beginning next Friday, PGA Tour champions. I will tell you one number about Jay Haas coming up here in just a second, but it is XL Primetime.
XL Primetime, driven by Duval Ford. 1010XL is your home for play-by-play of Bishop Kenny football.
The Crusaders and Braves battle on the banks of the St. Johns River. Parker Bishop Kenny, Friday night at 7 on 92.5 FM.
Say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Associates. Hey, Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you all the latest options like Evo implantable Caliber lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. You ready to see the difference? Call now or visit bowdeneye.com for a free screening. Bowden Associates, keeping the first coast focused.
Food that's good for you can taste good too. Flame Broiler has protein-packed bowls to fuel your day. Introducing their new chicken avocado salad bowl. Made with romaine lettuce, rice, cabbage salad, and topped with a delicious house sesame dressing. It's a bowl full of goodness. Eat in, take out, or catered. Flame Broiler is easy to enjoy. Come in Monday through Sunday for happy hour, 2 to 5 p.m. for a chicken mini bowl and drink for $6.95 plus tax. 5 area Flame Broilers to serve you.
Cool air and clean air. Getting out from under that Florida sun and cooling off inside is where Florida Home AC shines. Think about it. You spend a lot of time indoors, and air quality is crucial to your health and comfort. Pollutants like dust, pollen, germs, and allergens can build up, affecting your well-being. Florida Home is dedicated to enhancing your indoor experience with superior air quality solutions like whole home air purification systems. Find out by logging on to FloridaHomeAC.com or call 877-4300.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On September 25th, 2000, Vince Carter literally jumps over 7'2" Frederick Weiss in the Summer Olympics and dunks the ball in what's known in France as Les Dunk de l'Amour.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Need protection? Call Craig and Christine Kaprosky at Goosehead Insurance. The Kaproskys are a husband-wife team committed to finding you the right coverage at the right price in just a few short minutes. For home, auto, flood, or specialty insurance, Craig and Christine Kaprosky are the answer. Craig.Kaprosky at Goosehead.com.
The Golf Club of Southampton has big plans for 2026, renewing the greens plus plenty more. But right now is the time to take advantage of member opportunities before the big renovation. Now until the end of September, you can join and save 50% off their initiation fee plus $500 back in a gift card with a 12-month commitment. All the details are at golfsouthampton.com. Playability for every skill level and a huge practice area to hone your game. Lock in now and enjoy membership privileges at the Golf Club of Southampton.
Like a lot of guys, Jacksonville's Mitch Fandel thought he could get a better deal on his engagement ring at one of those well-known big-box corporate jewelry stores at the town center. But then he discovered locally owned Beard's Diamonds.
Beard's had by far the largest selection.
And he couldn't believe the no middleman prices at Beard's.
We were able to afford, it was probably twice the size of what she wanted, stayed within my budget. I wanted to buy her a bigger ring than she wanted to get. Kind of a win-win for everybody.
But the best part, Mitch didn't feel like a number number at Beard's, he got personal one-on-one attention with zero pressure.
Some of the other stores that we did go into, they were big corporate chains, so that might have played a factor into us not really getting the service that I was looking for.
Beard's Diamonds, with no commission salespeople and owners who are right here in Jacksonville.
Keeping local dollars in Jacksonville and in the community is great.
Beard's Diamonds.
Anybody that I know, I want them to shop at Beard's. You're going to get a great experience.
At St. John's Town Center.
September is Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Here's a reminder to get screened. Ackerman Cancer Center offers on-site imaging and other diagnostic services. Early detection saves lives. Visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch. Thursdays on XL Primetime are restored by Rebound Rehab with 11 locations across the First Coast. Check out reboundrehab.com.
Cranking it up on a Thursday. Joe C., Matty Hayes. Check out his stuff at USA Today Sports. Leon Cersei, the Hurricane Hall of Famer. JJ, we just had Aaron Ron hanging out with us while you were attending a producers meeting, JJ. He passed with flying colors, which is good marks on
He
you.
did. I didn't see anyone's mic that was left on during a break.
Yeah.
That's all I asked him. Please, with these guys, make sure the mics are off.
What are you trying to say, JJ?
I don't know.
We keep it clean.
This was locker room talk.
Sometimes I hear a little locker room talk around here.
None of us want to lose our jobs.
Yeah.
Over open mics.
Good
That's
job,
for
Aaron.
sure.
Thank you.
All right, so I wanted to throw you guys a number about Jay Haas and what a nice guy, okay? But when I called it golf's greatest or life's greatest mulligan, the fact that you can have another circuit after you aren't good enough to compete on the PGA Tour, he goes on to the PGA Tour Champions, and he's in his 70s still competing, and he still gets charged up by the crowd, which is just awesome. But are you ready for this? Just maybe closest to the pin. He holds the record, Jay Haas does, for the most made cuts on the PGA Tour. This has nothing to do with when he was on PGA Tour Champions, just on the PGA Tour. Most made cuts. Just throw a number at me. What do you think it is?
Most made cuts.
Most made cuts. And I'll give you an idea.
How long has he been playing golf?
Well,
he probably was on the tour for 15 plus years.
15 plus years?
Yeah, at least.
Most
if not
made cuts.
if not a quarter century.
Wow.
I'm gonna say 75.
Way more than that.
Way more
than that, bro.
It really
I'm going to
speaks
say 390.
Okay.
I was going to say 400.
All right, I'll put it to I'm just going to give you one more number here, or actually two more numbers. Seventh on the all-time list of most made cuts is the King, Arnold Palmer. He made 543.
Wow.
Oh my God.
So he's like close to 1,000?
No, it's not
Okay.
much higher than that. But 543 for Arnie. He's
So like
seventh.
610 or something?
Davis Love the third is fourth with 571. And you hear, like, I think Al Geiberger was the original Mr. 59 because he was the first ever to shoot sub 60. Well, you can call Jay Haas Mr. 592.
Wow.
592 made cuts.
Wow.
Well, how many tournaments are they playing a year to have 592 cuts?
Well, the way it goes is they average probably 25 if you're playing a heavy schedule a year. And that's a heavy schedule, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's divided by 25, that's basically 24 years on the PGA Tour that he would make the cut. Now he didn't make all the cuts.
He didn't make all the cuts
every year. And then to speak volumes about what he said about how long Scotty Scheffler would have to be ranked number one to match Tiger, take a look at Tiger's consecutive made cut streak. It is insane what he was able
Which,
to
by the way, Leon, if you don't make the cut, you don't get paid.
No.
And you still got to pay out your caddy and your room and board or whatever.
Everything that you had to do
Flight.
to get there. Yeah.
I like that. You don't win, you don't eat.
Yeah.
Love it.
Unless you're elite. And then if you're elite, some of them get paid to go there, don't they?
Boy, they all do. All the ones on the PGA Tour have
Paid,
sponsors.
like their sponsors like pay their way to fly there.
They're wearing the hat.
Forever, the European Tour would give them appearance fees.
Right.
And then that was a big thing that the PGA Tour never would do that.
Right.
Well, now when you have no-cut events, you might as well say you're going to get some money. It's not an appearance fee, but you're definitely going to get some money. But I always told you guys, the thing I love the most.
No-cut events, you might as well wear shorts.
It's the most brutal thing, but it's so cool, the essence of it. when you pull in and you throw your car in park early in the week, if you don't make the cut, you leave without a check. You have to drive off without
no other pro sports like that. No pro sports are like that anymore.
Yeah.
Even like boxing, even if you get your ass kicked and you get knocked out in the first round, you still make the same paycheck.
Do tennis players, if they lose right away, do they?
Oh, they have prize winnings, but I'm sure that they get paid at least something to be in the event.
Yeah.
So when you go to the tournament, you got to pay for lodging, gas, food.
Well, that's what your sponsors pay for typically.
And your caddy.
But it's all, okay. Dude, there are guys that are at the bottom of these.
Right, that don't have that.
They don't
oh
have
my
that.
Gosh, man. That's why Rich Beam, who finally won a PGA, when he finally won his first event, the Blood, Sweat, and Tears book.
Great book.
Yeah, because he went nuts. He blew it off. He was driving and sleeping in his car and everything he possibly could just to get from tournament to tournament. It ain't easy, man. I don't know how they did it. That's why John Daly drove 9 hours as the 9th alternate to get into the PGA Championship and won it. So you never know. All right, let's make this the 10-10 take real quick since I promised it's going to be Ryder Cup talk.
Now, Josie's 10-10 take. Slow smoked and served up by Sonny's Barbecue. Local pitmasters since 68.
So you're waiting to see what it looks like, but the first ball will be in the air early tomorrow morning, and you can bet that crowd will be charged. Jay Haas gave us a great example of how small the crowds were in the 80s, how they grew in the 90s, and now it is record-setting numbers in the amount of money you have to pay to get there, yet people are coming from everywhere to be there. I know of 2 people on 10-10 this week, they're going to be there. Denny Thompson told us earlier in the week he's going to be there today and tomorrow, and Daniel Murphy on the drill said he was on his way up to the Ryder Cup. And there are plenty of others, I'm sure, from here on the First Coast that are making the trip up. But soak it in, man. It's going to be such a great scene, and we will see if the Americans, the underdogs, can take down the Euros this go-around. All right, there you go. That is the 10-10 take. Now, JJ, let's just stay on the golf theme right now before we head to the top of the hour. We'll get back to your Jaguars, but you've got tickets, my bro.
Yeah, I do. I have a pair of tickets for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to the annual Furyk and Friends Golf Tournament. That is October 3rd through the 5th, so coming up real fast. So be caller number 4 right now at 641-1010, and I'll hook you up.
XL Primetime. Driven by Duval Ford. Enlighten your college knowledge before the games begin.
I'm RJ Saunders. We'll break down players, games, and storylines.
On the Bueller Air and Plumbing College Kickoff.
Served up by Sonny's Barbecue.
Friday night at 6 on 1010XL.
This is your escape. This is your next adventure. This is Mazda, and this is Mazda at the Avenues. Lauren Brooks here. Right now, purchase any new Mazda model, and Mazda at the Avenues will match your down payment or your payments for 1 full year. Plus, every new Mazda comes with 3 years, 36,000 miles of maintenance at no additional charge to you. This is luxury, and this is the start of something new. This is Mazda at the Avenues. For complete details, call 904-430-8047.
When it comes to your utility bill, JEA wants to help you use less so you can save more. We offer a variety of free programs, like efficiency and irrigation assessments that'll teach you ways to conserve energy and water around your home. Our alerts will let you know when your utility usage has reached a set amount, and our rebates can help you save when upgrading to more efficient appliances and equipment. Find even more ways to save at JEA.com.
Start your Saturday with a whiff of the great outdoors.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Loggeman, and we bring you the fresh air of the great outdoors.
On the Nimnit Outdoors Show, presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
Come visit the best sports restaurant in town. That's Big Dogs in Orange Park, known for great burgers, huge wings, pizza, salads, and special nightly events like trivia and karaoke. You'll all love it at Big Dogs Restaurant in Orange Park.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach, WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Hi, I'm Sean Monahan from Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach. Since 1977, we've been Jacksonville's local family jeweler with a beautiful selection of fine jewelry and certified diamonds. But we're also Jacksonville's leading buyer of gold, silver, and diamonds from the public. Gold has recently hit an all-time high at over $3,600 per ounce. Pay bills, buy something fun. Now is the time to sell your gold for cash and get top dollar, or trade it in for a new piece and get even more value at Monahan Jewelers in Atlantic Beach.
When storms start to crop up in the Atlantic or Gulf this time of
year, having a solid plan to handle anything that sweeps through the First Coast is very important. That's where American Electrical comes in. Ensure your home's safety and comfort with an American Electrical home generator. As the area's leading home generator dealer and installer, American Electrical can offer you easy installation, simple maintenance, and peace of mind. Schedule an assessment by simply calling the team at American Electrical. They'll walk you through the best generator for your home or business. Log on, american-electrical.com.
This is Na Lawrence Stample, national champion and owner of NLS Cleaning, your commercial and residential exterior cleaning experts, where we do pressure washing, gutter cleaning, and paver sealing, plus window cleaning, the right way. Football season's back. Let us get your home or business looking its best. Mention this ad and get 20% off your first service. That's right, 20% off, but only through September 30th. Call us at 708-8802. That's 708-8802. NLS Cleaning, championship service every time.
PRI Productions is the official game day production partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi, I'm Randy Goodwin, president and owner of PRI Productions. Chances are, if you've been in Jacksonville over the last 30 years, you've seen our work, from corporate and social events to concert production and much more. We have the equipment and expertise to make your next event memorable. So call the experts at the Jaguars Call. PRI Productions, bringing your ideas to life.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyoublow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Jaguar fan, Palm Beach Autographs is putting together a Fanatics exclusive with a chance for you to meet and get an autograph from Trevor Lawrence and Ryan Thomas Jr. All the details are at palmbeachautographs.com or drop by the Avenues Mall for more info. It's happening at Palm Beach Autographs in the Avenues Mall.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm RJ Saunders for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Gate Petroleum Company. Florida State's men's basketball game against Georgia in the ACC SEC Challenge will be December 2nd, 2025. It will begin at 9 p.m. Also televised on the ACC network, as ESPN announced the time and television schedule for the third annual ACC SEC men's and women's basketball challenges. The men's ACC SEC Challenge features 10 teams in the ESPN's way too early men's basketball top 25, which includes number 2 Florida, number 7 Louisville, and number 9 Kentucky. Right now, 89 degrees at 1:02. Time and 10 brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. This is XL Primetime, brought to you by Florida Home AC. Now that's cool on 1010XL.
It is XL Primetime. You just said thumper now.
Oh, it is XL Primetime, 1 o'clock hour. You got to bring up what we were talking about.
So
it's got to be said.
I play this game with my girl sometimes where we're listening to music and she tries to figure out what it is. So last night, at one point, I played Loverboy and she said, I can't believe I'm saying this. Is that Men at Work?
Oh.
Men at Work, Joe.
Oh.
Men at Work. And then at one point in this exercise, another song, and Ted Nugent was one of them. There's another song, and she looked at me and said, well, I was in 5th grade when that came out.
And there's your answer. That's the best.
That's Matt humble bragging me like I got myself.
No, it's not. That's me getting cut to the white meat.
Yeah. because honestly, and you know what
and
else?
And then Leon's response as we were coming back was,
that's grounds for divorce, bro.
But you know what I love about it is that she's
Leon
listening.
said you got to cut her loose.
She is listening to more current music. That's what I like.
Yes.
That's what I like. Yes. Instead of being stuck back there, because that's where Matt is. Matt definitely is old school when it comes to the music. That's for sure. All right. Now, speaking of old school, I got to bring this back up. It's just 2 more things I got to throw at you. If Jay Haas, who was our guest earlier, had made 592 cuts in his PGA Tour career in today's world, he would have made gobs of money, right?
Ungodly money, yes.
So what do you think? I got two questions for you.
His career earnings?
Yeah, career earnings, and then also total number of starts.
So what years did he play from? From when to when?
So let's just say, I'm going to say from the 70s to the 90s, something like
his
that.
career earnings are going to be...
He played a long time.
Great, and there.
I'm going to say like $3 million.
No way. Not that much.
No. It's higher than that.
Oh, it is? Really?
Because you have to give, if you go back in time.
He probably won a good amount.
Yeah, he won 8 times on tour.
Oh. How many?
15.
I didn't know he won that much then. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
won 8
if
times.
he won 8 times, I'm going to say... I'm going to say probably 19 million, 20 million.
13.5.
All right, so right between JJ and Leon. Excellent work from all of you. Once you got it, 14,241,000. So here's the other.
A good career.
Yeah, a good career.
Yeah.
But just imagine what he would have made now if you look up some
140.
of these dudes. Oh, my God.
10 times that at least.
Probably. And they can all write Tiger a check back for that. But we mentioned 592. This gives you an example of when you pull into the event and you don't know if you're going to get paid. How many total tournaments do you think he played in? He only won 8 times.
I'm going to say...
And winning 8 times is still great.
I'm going to say 815.
Bro, that's a make cut percentage of over 70%.
Yeah, that's hard to do.
Okay, so you think it's close to 1,000?
Yeah, I think it's closer to 1,000.
Dang.
1,036.
All right.
That's a good one right there, Leon. I'm going to say 11-12.
We need to press on, but I got to just bark this one out. It's over 2,000.
Whoa! He missed a lot of cuts.
You better believe it. And
Come on, bro. He was just on the show with us, man.
But I think all I'm saying, the only reason I'm bringing it up is
it's a hard life.
It speaks volumes to how many times you don't make it.
Yeah.
And if you give up,
JJ,
you're never
whoa,
gonna get
he
there.
missed a lot of cuts.
Are you ready for this?
Do that to him, but geez, I wasn't expecting that.
He made 592 cuts. He entered 2,402 events.
Wow.
That is something else, man.
You missed 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah,
I just made that up.
That's a make the cut percentage of what, 23?
Well,
24?
the other thing,
Still made almost 20 mil or 15 mil.
And then the other crazy part of that is that when you figure he just barely made the cut in that amount. Okay?
By the way, when he sees us next week, I'm going to tell him that you brought this stuff up, okay?
But Tiger would win basically 1 out of every 4 events he entered.
Yeah,
he was operating. He was operating on a 25.
We're not even talking about cut. We're talking about win.
A 250 success rate of winning the tournaments that he entered, and then it whittled down because of the injuries. But the closest one to him was Jack, and Jack was around 12%. It's just nuts.
So Tiger literally had the same win percentage as Jay Haas had making the cut
cuts.
percentage.
It's insane what he was able to do. It really was. All right, so let's get back to a couple things that we've been talking about. Your Jacksonville Jaguars being top of mind more than anything else, and what is going to go down. And like we said, you take a look at the depth chart right now for the San Francisco 49ers, Big, and I mentioned this earlier. There's no getting away from the fact that they do not have a whole lot behind a Ricky Pearsall or the guys that you expected to see in receivers' uniforms for the San Francisco 49ers. You go down right now, Juwan Jennings is hurt. You know that Ricky Pearsall has said he's going to play. But after that, you've got Pearsall, Kendrick Bourne, Sky Moore, Jordan Watkins, who's also out. And if this team is going to take advantage of anything, they better not give up a big play like that. They got Demarcus Robinson that's going to be lining up, and then Marquez Valdez-Scantling behind him.
Well, listen, here's the thing. With all this, with all the injuries that you just reeled off right now, I mean, they're 3-0 still.
Yeah.
I mean, that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes to the team, the coaching, the leadership within that locker room. Next man up.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to give them their due that the fact they got all these injuries, all these key components that are not playing in the game, and they're still finding a way to win a football game.
Yeah.
But we got to look at it like this. They're down. They're a little down right now. We need to take advantage of it. There are a lot of guys that, I mean, I know Matt said that you want to see a Bosa, you want them at their best or whatever, but if you can catch them when they're down, catch them when they're down. If you can get away with a victory, get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I guess my point with that was I don't want to be the team that says, well, hopefully they won't play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would much rather them to have that identity of I don't give a damn who's on the other side of the field.
Yeah.
You know? I would much rather them have that identity because for a majority of the 30-plus seasons they've been here, they've been on the other side of that identity.
Well, I just think I think everyone would agree with that, but it's also you just catch them. There's nothing wrong with catching them at the right time.
No,
really,
no, there's
nothing
not.
wrong with it. And if you don't if someone looks up and Micah Parsons is not coming off the edge for Green Bay, they're going to be happy.
Yeah,
that
especially if
kind
it
of
leads to like a home playoff game here.
Yeah,
I'm all right with that.
Yeah, and so all that, but just the fact that they have been hit now 2 years in a row. And last year they caved. They only had, I think, a half dozen wins last year. This year they are 3-0 with all those injuries, like you're talking about.
Yeah, last year they what 7-10.
I think that
I believe
may have
they
been
were
what it was.
Yeah, I think it was 7-10. Yeah, they had a host of injuries last year. They couldn't recover from them.
Yeah, well, the L's coming with these injuries. The L is coming with these injuries.
Well,
it could be 3-0 for long, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm calling it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I am. I think they're going out there and winning that game.
I feel good about it. I really do, especially the explosives are a big deal. They cannot let that happen to them. Tyson Campbell has been burnt 2 weeks running on big plays. He did come back in both games and made good plays to keep him in it. We all know that defense did not finish a winner up in Cincinnati. They let a team with a backup quarterback go 90-plus yards on him. But this past week, he popped the ball out. They made the play. And so they can't live off of turnovers, but they need to keep forcing them if they can because those are major, major game changers.
So my 5-2 before the bye is still looking good, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I might be next week. This might lead my I was, but I got a good feeling about it, man. I think they're going to go out there and play well. I think they're going to catch the ball, and I think that they may not get 3 turnovers, but I think what they're doing defensively,
right?
They may get 1, they may get 2,
yeah,
but they're going to play better and play with more confidence because of what has happened the first 3 games of the season.
And you know what? The 49ers is a namesake. So if we come away with that victory come Sunday, it may change the narrative of what people think about Jacksonville.
Yeah, immediately it will.
Yeah,
immediately.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, because they're a namesake, even though they had a down season last year. You catch a team like the Niners, you win. Monday night, see what happens. Don't win that one. Then this city will be in frenzy.
Let me tell you something. If Travis Hunter doesn't get called for pass interference and they're 3-0,
yeah,
they're one of the talks of the NFL, that team.
Right.
And it's going to be
sky
Travis Hunter's already paying off. He won a game for him. So, yeah, so they're – I hate to use the old Billy Napier thing. They're close to being dangerous.
Oh, don't – you just marked them.
That scared me.
Yeah.
We're close to being pretty dangerous, in my opinion.
Just put the funk on.
I just marked them as ours.
Just marked them.
That is a mic drop. It's XLP.
XL Primetime, driven by big #1 Duval Ford, the #1 place to buy your next vehicle. Injuries on the playing field can affect a team's place in the standings.
It's part of the game, though, you know? Rehab.
Listen for the Farah and Farah Injury Update.
Jacksonville, the official personal injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars on 1010XL.
Join Jim Furyk and other legends of the PGA Tour for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, October 3rd through 5th at Timuquana Country Club. Catch the new community concert series on the 17th hole after play, featuring country artists Low Cash and Love and Theft. Public parking is free with complimentary tournament access for military, courtesy of ViStar Credit Union. Get tickets now for the Constellation Furyk and Friends, presented by Circle K, starting at just $25 at Ticketmaster.
This right here, this is where it starts. With a little flame and a lot of love. When the air cools or the night falls, fire brings the warmth. But it's what we bring to the table that matters. Slow smoked barbecue. Stories that stretch long. Laughter that lingers. And moments that just feel full. That's why it's always Sunny's here.
Get more Gators with Dan Hickett and me, Frank Frangie, on all things Gators on 1010XL Gators Podcast, with new episodes every Monday, brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, wherever you find podcasts and at 1010XL.com.
Why does it feel like July in here?
Don't let a broken AC turn not so hot September into sweaty season all over again. Duck Duck Rooter is Jacksonville's most trusted plumbing, septic, and air conditioning company. Visit duckduckac.com.
Here's what the car insurance companies may think they know after a car crash. They know you probably don't know what your claim is worth, or how to calculate pain and suffering, lost wages and future earnings, current and future medical expenses, or diminished value to your car. But guess what? We do. And if we don't win your case, you owe us nothing. For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Jacksonville.
Football season is back, baby. Hicken here, and I know I'm excited to get back to watching some ball over the weekend. But with the fun comes responsibility. Taking care of your skin while outside, extremely important. We know it feels like 100 out there, and that sun is blazing. Make sure you bring the screen while loading up all that tailgate. It's simple. Protect your skin. It's the Sunshine State. To help you protect your skin, Beaches Dermatology is here. I've been going to them for years, and my skin thanks me for it. Book your appointment today at beachesdermatology.com.
I know you love sports, so why not take that passion and make a difference in your community as a volunteer coach with the YMCA? Whether it's soccer, basketball, volleyball, or flag football, the Y is always looking for positive role models to help kids grow in both skills and character. Even if you've got no coaching experience, that's fine. We'll provide the training. Step up, give back, and be the coach that makes a difference. To volunteer, visit your local Y or fcymca.org.
Hey, David again here with Royal Pet Services. It's that time of year when rodents start making their way into our homes. Layson, tell them what they need to get in.
A quarter-size hole.
That's right. That's all they need. Hey, tell them where to go for a free attic and exterior inspection.
Visit RoyalPetServices.com.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick. We're a 4-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year and right now make over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, the only cost for the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by November 6th.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Still present, ready. Farah doesn't flinch. Time to drop some college knowledge on XL Primetime. Brought to you by Modelo, the official beer of the college football playoff.
Let's talk some college ball. It is XL Primetime on a beautiful Thursday. Florida State. Matt Hayes has mentioned that this might be a dangerous game tomorrow night for those up on the reservation as they take on the Virginia Cavaliers. Don't look now, but Tony Elliott's Cavaliers, the Wahoos, are 1-0 in the conference, 3-1 record-wise. It's not like they've blown anybody away, but it's a football team. Tony Elliott was desperate to do something good this year to keep his job. Seminoles head up to Charlottesville. A Friday night affair instead of, do you remember back in the day, a Thursday night affair between Virginia and FSU? And I know Noles fans remember that one because basically when FSU came in to the Atlantic Coast Conference in the early 90s, they just destroyed the conference. Leon likes to call it the Clemson Invitational now. You may need to come up with a new name, Leon. But back then it was the FSU party because they dominated and destroyed.
Everybody in the ACC just olayed it.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah. The storylines, if you think it's going to be a close game and they should be a little concerned, what are they? What are the storylines for you?
I mean, the biggest storyline is Tony Elliott now finally has a quarterback there.
Yeah.
He finally has a guy. If you remember Chad Morris, the old Clemson OC and Arkansas head coach, and terrible at Arkansas.
Right.
His son Chandler is the quarterback for Virginia.
Chandler
and
Morris.
He's very good.
Yeah.
Sounds like a character from an 80s sitcom.
He's an NFL prospect. He can throw
Chandler Morris, Chandler Bing.
And they're scoring points now. And that, they haven't played anybody. They played one game against a good team, NC State, and they lost. Close game, a game they probably should have won.
Which is not a conference game, by the way.
Yeah.
Explain that one. They had to schedule it outside of the conference. So it was 2 ACC teams that played, but it's not a conference game.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, but it has to do with the rotation.
Don't ask, Leon.
And 17 teams, and
it'll just smoke your head up, man.
Yeah, it's stupid.
You want to hear something even more ridiculous? So the ACC last week, on the All Coast Conference, the All Crap Conference, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Last week when they agreed that they were going to 9 games like everyone else, which was literally like a blip on the radar because no one even cares.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't been doing that?
That headline really didn't hit.
When they move to 9 games, you guys are going to love this. When they move to 9 games, because of the math, one team every year will play 8 games.
All right, you did smoke my head up there. Why?
Well, that's just
because the math. They can't do it.
Even number of teams.
Yeah, you can't do it. You can't.
You know what?
You can't have 9.
I'd probably add like North Texas or something.
I would.
No, my point is, I mean, what kind of operation is that?
I would raise my hand.
You actually say we're going to 9.
Can we
and then
play
you
one
say,
team twice?
And then you say, but except for one team, is going to play 8 every year.
Yeah. Can we just go ahead and play Virginia if they go back to Saucon? Can we just play them twice? With apologies to Jeff Lagerman.
I mean, on that alone, I now it's okay. Florida State, you can go now.
Yeah,
just on that alone.
Yeah, get them out of the ACC. We'll see where they go. All right, but Trell Harris is on the receiving end of these Chandler Morris plays, so they do have a combination and connection between quarterback and wide receiver that is going to be fun to watch. And up there at Scott Stadium, 7:00 kick. This is Florida
Jamari
State.
Taylor's a really good tailback. He's got 6 touchdowns, I think.
And I don't know whether Tony Elliott needed this amount of time and patience from a program to let him work his magic. They went through a tragedy going back, 3 years ago or 2 years ago with the on-campus shooting, just some terrible stuff that took place. And he looked like he was on the ropes as a head coach. But at the same time, Mike Norvell looked like he was on the ropes as a head coach a season ago. And so both of these teams are trying to turn it back in the right direction. The FSU score over Kent State, 66-10. So do you have to fight against the overconfidence in a game like this when you're going back into your league play after beating the heck out of somebody?
You do. I don't think Florida, outside of the first drive against Alabama, I mean, Florida State hasn't had to deal with any adversity.
Mm-hmm.
Because after that first drive against Alabama, they just destroyed Alabama. Then you play East Texas A&M. Then you play Kent State where you're routing them. You go on the road. I don't think Florida State's going to lose the game, like Matt's saying, but I want to see how they can handle some adversity.
Yeah.
What if they go down 10, down 14? Do they still have that same fight to come back and bring it, get it done? I think they do, but we really haven't seen them have to struggle for anything all season long.
Well, just to give you an idea of what they have done this year that they didn't do last year, this is a crazy, saucy. Last year, okay, first off, they beat Alabama. Then they smoke the directional Texas A&M, East Texas A&M, 77-3.
Which I could have asked you guys before the season, do they have a football team? And you guys would have said who?
I had no idea.
Right.
They played Long Island U is the only team I knew that they played.
I could have asked you the same thing with that before this season. You just said the same thing. So
Kent State, they beat them 66-10 last week. All right. So 3 games into this year, the Noles are just 11 points shy of what they scored all of
Saucy Nugs.
Oh, my Lord.
Wow.
12 games a season ago.
So they'll definitely get it on Friday.
Yeah. 12
Tomorrow
games.
They should match their total.
As I pull out the calculator once again. 12 games a season ago, they scored 185 points, which was an average of 15.4. They are right now at 174 points in 3.
Saucy Nugs.
Mike Norvell needs to buy Gus Malzahn a car.
You better believe it.
I don't know if it's as much that or if it's Mike Norvell. What were you doing signing DJU?
It was disastrous.
Doing?
But I think even though that was the number one thing that cost Florida State last year, there were guys on the defense that weren't playing hard. The Paytons of the world looked like they were ready to.
See, I don't agree with that. I think the defense did play hard, but they were so worn out by the second half.
I was about to say almost every game it was the same thing. Like they would keep them in it, and then they would lose their will to fight. The defense would in the second half, and they'd just be like, "What are we doing? Like, why are we? Our offense sucks so bad, we have no chance."
Kind of like Florida.
It's exactly like Florida.
Same thing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna I need to go back and look and see what those scores were against those teams. But Florida's defense, obviously, against highly ranked teams, Miami and LSU, has done their job, surrendering, 27 and 20?
And one was a pick six.
Yeah. And
so it wasn't even on them.
Right. They gave up, or the defense for the other team scored a touchdown off of their offense. So, yeah, it may be exactly like that. I just do recall both sides of the ball looking like they had a little give up in them.
You may be looking at a 2-10 season too, Joe. You ready to handle that?
Believe me, see, this is Matt.
Matt, you just said they're going to win the next four.
It's unbelievable how he goes back and forth on this.
I'm not going back and forth. I think they're going on a run.
I've been the one that's been saying there's no life left in them
I do love
offensively.
gigging you a little bit. So,
I don't see it on the offensive side of the ball. You can admire what they're doing defensively, which should keep them in some games. They will make it hellish for Arch Manning Saturday afternoon.
You don't give Billy Napier enough credit.
Oh, you better believe I don't give him. I give him more credit than he deserves.
Don't give him enough credit to look at what's going on and say, all right, I got to make a change.
Everything that's been built here didn't all of a sudden just disappear.
And so you read his quotes yesterday, right, from the presser?
Cannot be that dumb. Seriously.
Did you read the quotes from him yesterday
about him not giving up the play calling?
Yeah, and what it also the fact that
I didn't read him, so read him for me.
Well, Ryan O'Halloran was having fun. He and Mark Long talking about it yesterday on the actual teleconference, and I don't have them all pulled up right here, but he basically dismissed the idea of DJ Lagway with the injury, maybe trying to get out with an injury and not think, because that's a myth. That's just nothing but foolishness, and I'm paraphrasing. And then he was back on the practice field, so that's good news.
He
for
says
Florida.
It was comical. The kid has been back here since Sunday, working his butt off. That's a total myth that's out there.
And then he went on to say a few other things just about how there's just no die, and that they needed to make some changes. And the one, I don't know if we have this sound
Wait, stop. Yeah. Stop right there. Oh, yeah. Stop right there. Say that again.
Yeah, they needed to make some changes.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
What do you mean? They're not going to make changes.
Personnel changes or schematic changes?
I'll put it to you this way. I'm going to play this soundbite. You're going to get a hell of a kick out of it.
All right,
okay? We will have it coming up here in just a second because it just speaks volumes to how clueless he is this deep into his fourth season.
Billy Vanilla.
Okay? And they're going to maybe take this off week as an opportunity to try and make some changes, okay? I will play the soundbite coming up here in just a second. It is XL Primetime Rebound Rehab. You want to talk about somebody who needs a rehab assignment, they can do it over there at one of their many locations, a dozen on the First Coast, reboundrehab.com.
XL Primetime from the big #1 Duval Ford Studios. Go! Your play-by-play home of Bulls Bulldogs football is 1010XL.
The Bulldogs are road dogs as they head to Baldwin Friday night at 6:30 on 1010 AM.
I'm Chris Campione. Veterans have given so much in the service of our country, but when it comes to legal challenges, you shouldn't have to fight alone. At Campione Law, we're here to help veterans like you get the support and compensation you deserve. Whether it's a workplace injury, a personal injury claim, or navigating a veteran's disability claim, we'll stand by your side every step of the way. Your service to our country matters. Let us serve you with the dedication and respect you deserve. Call Campione Law for a free consultation today. Campione Law, fighting for veterans, fighting for justice. Visit CampioneLaw.com.
Campione Law. When it comes to glass, you don't want average. You want flawless. Duval Glass and Mirror has transformed homes and businesses across Jacksonville for over 35 years. Frameless showers that wow. Mirrors cut exactly to your style. Fogged or broken glass replaced. Decorative tabletops. Windows replaced or repaired to stand up to Florida storms. All backed by a 100% guarantee. Visit DuvalGlass.com for your free quote. There's only one name for glass and mirror around these parts. It's Duval.
Expert Automotive on St. John's Bluff Road has some of the highest Google reviews in Jax for a reason. Expert Auto never sells greed, only what you need. All makes and models are serviced at Expert Automotive. This month, get an alignment inspection for only $19.99. Expert Auto does major engine and transmission repair and simple maintenance. All services done at Expert Auto by our ASC certified training technicians. Call today, 374-3373, and ask about $50 off any service. Expert Automotive. We never sell greed, only what you need.
Storms are part of every season. Make sure you're protected. Call American Electrical to make sure you have the best in surge protection. Don't lose your home electronics to a lightning strike. Call 737-7770 for American Electrical.
This football season, make Hurricane Grill and Wings your game day getaway. Sip on handcrafted cocktails like the Millionaire Margarita or enjoy an ice-cold Bud Light. Game day drink specials are here all season. Find a location near you at hurricanewings.com.
Home is where your story begins. And at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing, we're here to make it the healthiest, most comfortable place it could be. Whether it's fresh, clean air, dependable plumbing, or reliable power, we take care of it all. From routine maintenance to state-of-the-art solutions, Donovan keeps your home running smoothly. Because at Donovan, we believe your home isn't just where you live, it's where your health meets comfort. Call Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing at 904-270-COOL or visit us online. Let's make your home healthier, safer, and better together.
Keeping kids active is a full-time job for parents, so let I-9 Sports help. They've got winter and spring registration open right now for kids all over the First Coast to enjoy their favorite sports. Log on to i9sports.com and don't miss out on the upcoming seasons. Enter 1010 in the promo code.
Beaches Jewelry and Pawn is celebrating 30 years with a huge new and used firearm sale all September. It's the perfect time to save during Florida's Second Amendment sales tax holiday. 0 sales tax on firearms at Beaches Jewelry and Pawn in Jacks Beach.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com/Duval. That's WM.com/Duval and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's the Mangler.
Joe C. for Preferred Roofing, reminding you your roof is more than just felt and shingles. It's a system that not only keeps your home dry, but also impacts your heating and cooling bills. Preferred Roofing and Construction is a GAF Master Elite Roofing contractor lauded for having the ability to educate and inform homeowners on their options. Why GAF and Preferred Roofing? They're veteran-owned and operated with ties to Duval for decades. A family business ready to make sure your family has a good roof over its head. Log on, preferredroofingjacks.com.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When it's game time, Farah doesn't flinch.
In general, I think we have to address that part of our team, and there's got to be some changes, and certainly that's what we're doing.
And you're still calling plays, correct, moving forward?
Correct.
Thank you.
This is XL Primetime.
Still calling plays, correct, moving forward?
Correct.
Still calling plays, correct, moving forward?
Correct.
That should just be the drop. That's the drop.
Just not DJ.
All right, fire that off.
One touchdown the last 3 weeks.
Yeah, no, I think there's a renewed emphasis on accountability. Obviously, we have to play better. Every position group is contributing to our issues.
No, they're not.
Obviously, a lot made of DJ in his situation, but I do think when we look at it from a big picture standpoint, we've got to play better around him. And then, some of the points of emphasis are eliminating negative plays.
Okay, good idea.
And I do think that first down.
You got the gist.
Exactly.
Third down efficiency. Yeah, we know you're over 13.
Points of emphasis, eliminating negative plays.
Everyone on the team is part of the problem. No, they're not.
Well, you can't throw your quarterback under the bus that when he already has.
I'm not saying the quarterback. I'm saying the offense.
Yeah, I'd say the defense is playing like
If I was on the defense, I'd be pissed off.
No, they asked him specifically about the offense, about making changes.
Listen, this job.
Right, and then he said everyone on the team is what he said.
This job's too big for Billy. I just feel it coming in his voice.
Well, it sounded like he was on oxygen right there.
Well, he's fighting for his life.
A slow drip.
Okay, first off, he's not fighting for his life.
He is.
He's going to walk away with $20 million. He's not fighting for anything.
Okay, but his career is over, man.
So he gets $20 million, JJ.
Professional life. Come on now.
He'll go be a wide receivers coach and recruiting coordinator.
These guys want to win. They're like super competitive dudes.
They are.
Like he wants
Somebody's gotta lose.
Be a head coach, and he wants to do
what we're
well.
talking about. He will be his head coaching career is over.
Let me tell you something.
Unless he goes back to
I know another guy whose head coaching career is over at a high level, and he's very happy right now.
But we're not talking about finances. We're talking about whether he's a
We're talking about
successful
Coach
head
Joe is what we're talking about.
No,
He won a national title, bro. How dare you?
He also got fired.
Yeah, but he's living the dream, okay, because he already climbed to the top.
You know what I
of the
love about him, too? He says go Tigers with everything.
Yeah.
Did
If
we
he got
talk about?
fired by him? He doesn't care.
I wasn't on
Go
the first hour of the show, but did you guys mention that he was at the Ryder Cup?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. Coach O's the best.
He literally was in the bleachers,
He was leading the USA chant.
leading the chants USA.
And as he
I love
walked
this
away,
guy.
he said, "Go Tigers."
Go Tigers.
So
Big Tez, we didn't play left and right there, but Big Tez would get over the center man. It's like he was about to gobble his ass.
Yes.
That's our latest Coach O cut from the show.
Put that at the end, too. I like that. All right, so anyway, you have, I mean, Matt, you just can't sit there and tell us that he should be okay because he's going to make millions. Yeah, financially, he said, but he is a fail as a head coach on a major level, on a grand stage. That's all we're talking about.
I got news for you, man. The last 4 guys they've hired have been fails on a grand stage.
Well, yeah, that's why the problem continues.
Yes.
Through 2 athletic directors, the problem continues.
I would say this has been much worse.
Muschamp, at least.
Mullen.
Muschamp had him in the conversation.
Oh, this has been the worst of all of them, including Butters.
Muschamp had him in the conversation for a chance to play for a national title. It didn't happen, but he had him in the conversation late in the season after beating FSU. McElwain made it to Atlanta twice, as bad as Sharknado was. And then
he was bad.
Yeah, he was terrible. And then Mullen with the New Year's Day Six Bowls. They were all successful to a level
in their own right
that made you want more. But this
dude's
cat,
god awful, man.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And I still think they're going on a run.
Good luck with
that. That is the one thing he has. The players play their ass off.
Yes, and he's and he has good players. Like
yeah,
this
he can recruit.
This has got like a Zuck getting fired vibe to it. Zuck gets fired, they find the right coach, and the next guy wins the national title.
Yeah,
they've got some dudes there.
Money can recruit. Let's not.
And Florida can recruit.
Yeah. Let's
the
not
University
forget.
of Florida recruits itself.
Yeah.
Man. That stadium, that aura, just everything about it.
And so between the Florida Victorious, the dollars.
What if Strickland just says, "Screw it, let's just go get Sigs. Let's just go hire Signetti."
Well, you said he was too old.
Yeah, he might. He's
63.
Like 59.
He's 63.
63, whatever. 63.
Not that that's old. I don't think that's old. I'm just saying to sell a fan base of 63-year-old coach is difficult. There's no doubt, unless his name's Saban.
Yeah, but you know what they want to sell more than anything else is dubs.
Yeah, just stay for 4 years and win.
Dubs. And none of these guys last forever anymore. Nick Saban is part of a dying breed. Dabo Swinney's part of a dying breed right now when you think about it. The job that he's had for well over a decade now.
Plus, I mean, Sigs makes $10 million a year right now in Indiana. He's not going anywhere.
Well, yeah, because they're happy with the results there compared to...
They'll get to the playoff, and they're very happy.
Yeah, compared to whether they'd be happy with what the... I'll never forget Steve Spurrier saying... After beating the crap out of Maryland, I believe it was Maryland, in the Orange Bowl. Might have been the Qs, but I think it was Maryland. Just smoked them. And then he still heard some fans say, hey, get back to the national championship next time. He goes, damn, winning the SEC and 10 wins ain't good enough. Ain't good enough for you Gators. And so that's basically what it was. So you're right. The stakes are much higher.
That's why he went to go coach for Danny Snyder.
Yeah.
And lasted all of what?
Yeah. Made what was it?
2 years, right?
5-year, $25 million deal.
Yeah.
That was a record setter back then. And then now look at the amount of money that's being paid to coaches. It's insane.
I mean, the Indiana football coach makes almost $10 million right now.
Yeah, and so he makes more than Billy.
Oh yeah,
yeah, way more.
Yeah,
yeah, which is just
he got his team to the playoff.
Right, he got the raise off of that. What was he making before that? Do you know?
Like, I don't know, $4 million, $5 million.
So he got more than double.
Oh yeah.
That is pretty good. Wow. I didn't realize that.
He's not. They know that that's a guy that they have to keep because he's right on the edge of he may go.
Yeah.
Because of his age.
Yeah.
And he's also, the reality is they would lose him. So they've got to overpay to keep him.
Yeah.
Almost like the Jags, the free agents. You got to overpay.
Well, yeah. And now if they have the product that people want to be part of, then they may not have to overpay as much. But yeah, that I get. It does make sense. But I didn't realize he doubled it. Off of the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures, talking about Billy Napier. He said the same nonsense at last year's year-end presser, and not a damn thing happened. And it's true, because you can be all about the words, It is kind of like when Doug Peterson said, I made changes on the defensive side of the football, and this fan base got excited for it, including us, for the cheap trick defensive coordinator to come in here and change things around. You can say all that stuff. You get out on the football field and nothing's changed, that will tick a fan base off. And that's basically what happened.
Losing, yeah.
Right, but he didn't make a change. That's the key. They told him to make a change, the OC, and he did.
Right, but I'm just going off of what the texter said.
Yeah.
He said all that stuff, and not a dang thing happened.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, if it does amount to wins, it means nothing.
Right.
That pressure means absolutely nothing.
Yeah. So, and I guess if you would say anything, Austin Armstrong did leave, and he promoted Ron Roberts, so at least he did that. But that side of the ball looks pretty dang good.
Austin Roberts.
Yeah.
Austin Armstrong.
What's that?
I said he told him to leave, basically.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he did make that change and then promoted Ron Roberts.
Yeah, but Ron Roberts was promoted in the middle of last season, though.
Yeah, he had been moved up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So 641-1010, you guys hit the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. Jump in on that. Back to your Jags before we are done. It is XLP on a Rebound Rehab Thursday.
XL Primetime, driven by Big Number 1 Duval Ford, the number one place to buy your next vehicle.
Are you an experienced chiller technician and looking for a role where your skills are truly valued? It's time to make the move to Local 234, plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. You'll get top pay, comprehensive health and welfare benefits for your family, and a pension that doesn't come out of your pocket. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. We all make decisions every day, but with Prize Picks, being right can get you paid on America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch your winnings roll in. Josh Allen, more or less than 229.5 passing yards. Justin Jefferson, more or less than 79.5 receiving yards. It's just that simple. But here's the best part. Prize Picks offers an injury insurance reboot. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks is the only app that offers stacks, where you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. And with Flex Play, you can double your money, even if one of your players doesn't hit. And all Prize Picks withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use promo code 1010XL and get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's $50 instantly when you play 5 with promo code 1010XL. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Jeff Lagerman for Napa Auto Care Centers. This football season, make sure your ride can get to that tailgate or travel to the away game safely and dependably. You can trust the ASE certified professionals at any one of the 29 independently owned Napa Auto Care Centers and the quality Napa parts they use. Napa Auto Care Centers can handle everything: oil changes, air conditioning, brakes, engines, transmissions. Napa Auto Care Centers offers a nationwide 24-month, 24,000-mile peace of mind warranty on most repairs. Find one near you at jacksnapaautocare.group.com.
Hey, I'm Tony from Tony D's Pizza. People ask me all day long, is it the water that makes the difference? Well, yes and no. Even water can't make a good pizza. It's the ingredients, too. The best tomatoes, the best flour, and the best cheese. Oh, and a lot of love. Tony D's New York Pizza, Bay Meadows and 295.
All right, Prosser here, and I've been telling you about Chad and Sandy. They make the promise. Let me show you some of the proof. This is Nicoletta and Daniel in Panther Creek. We don't recommend this, but we bought our new house before we sold our old one. Then worst case scenario happened. Our old home failed to sell in a year with another realtor. Finally, we got smart. We hired Chad and Sandy, and they sold it in 10 days above asking price. These are the results you're getting with Chad and Sandy at chadandsandy.com. Area homes are selling, but you got to have the right people on your side. Maybe you want max price. Doesn't matter if you're buying or selling. Maybe you just want to sell right now. Well, fast, easy, and stress-free, that's what Chad and Sandy bring to you. They have this guarantee. They guarantee your home sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. They're the local real estate experts you can trust for all of your real estate needs. Go to chadandsandy.com today. That's chadandsandy.com, or call that help hotline, 904-414-6200.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Morgan Conley Roofing isn't just repairing roofs. He's building a legacy for generations to come. Born here, built here, staying here. MorganConleyRoofing.org. License number CCC 1333544.
1010XL, presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Focused, fueled, fearless, Farah. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
All right, my takeaway is that, we're going to the West Coast, and we haven't played well on the West Coast, but if you think that way, you play that way. This is an opportunity for this team to go where we haven't gone in a very long time. 3-1, half a game out of the division, and then got Kansas City coming at home.
You're talking dirty to me, and I kind of like it.
Absolutely. I'm still sticking with my 5-2 by the bye. Wow. I'm sticking with it.
I love the enthusiasm, the arrow pointing up.
Always.
Hadn't been in a while.
If they do win this weekend, you're going to get to your 5-2.
Yeah, I believe we do. Yes.
They do win like I picked.
Now that means
they do
you would
win like I picked.
Just
You're
for the
gonna
hell
get
of
to your
it.
5-2.
So are you saying that they would lose to who? Who are the two? Like they already have one.
They already have one loss.
So it's either the Chiefs or the Rams. Is basically what you're saying.
I think it'll be a cross between one of those two.
Okay.
I think we get the Niners, we get the Seahawks, and then we'll win one and lose one, Chiefs and Rams.
Yeah, because Seahawks are the next one. Okay, after
Imagine
that
being 5-2 with 10 to go, and really all you got to do is win. Well, I don't know. If
You can't look at it like that. You can't look at it 5-2.
I was going to say all you got to do is get to 9, but the Colts probably going to get to 10.
No. Get to 11.
Right.
Yeah,
you get 5-2, you got to get to
11, actually.
And you got a chance to see the Colts twice, and the Colts with a good play caller and a guy who now has turned Danny Jones into a. There was a time when Danny Jones and Trevor Lawrence were both coughing up the football a bunch.
Yeah.
And he's cleaned him up right now. We'll see if it lasts, but that with Jonathan Taylor running the football, and this team's got a chance to see him twice and hopefully flip the script.
I'll tell you what, my takeaway is if Jay Haas played golf from the 70s, you said? 70s to...
Oh, yeah, at least the 70s. Might even been earlier than that.
70s to the O's?
2,400 event center. Probably not the O's. Maybe. Yeah.
Still, 14 mil's a good haul.
Such a good number.
That's a good haul. That's my takeaway. Golf's been very good to a lot of people.
Oh, if you can.
Good for him, man.
Yeah. If you can move on post 50, he's in his 70s now. He did not play very well on the final day here at Furyk and Friends a year ago.
Right.
But like he said, he's still out there knocking heads
it
with,
around,
with the Ernie Els of the
Yes.
world, who he said is 3 clubs shorter coming into a green because Ernie's just blasting it past him.
Right.
Yet he still can compete because he finds fairways and pretty much finds greens. Oh, my gosh, yeah. It is. And you always wonder, would you rather be baseball, football, golf, whatever sport?
Well, golf, because it's less opportunity to get hurt, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. But you do the same thing over and over.
And you're more in control
And
of
it's
your,
like all year,
of your
though.
cash.
It's all year. You do the same thing over and over, which means one thing, if it goes bad, it can wreck your career.
To be fair, Jay,
4 times a week, and then
says
you
and
turn around and travel.
He says, and it's all year. It's like, kind of playing golf every day. If you're like
it's a grind,
normal
though.
person.
It is a grind for those guys to
It's
get it
not
done.
the same. Matt is going out and drinking with your friends, bro.
I did have a good time
There's
last
pressure.
night. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not Joe at Southampton.
I had a good time with the boys last night. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
but if you're good though,
Have you seen what my friends do on the golf course, bro?
No, I know that, but I mean, if you're at an elite, if you play at an elite level, I'm sure there's pressure. There's no doubt there's pressure.
But if
you're playing at an elite level, you're going there and you're knowing, all right, I'm going to make the cut and I'm going to make some money.
If you have the headspace to, because the game will get to you and it will just kind of start to eat at you.
There's no home games either. So you don't see your family. A lot of these guys have young families and stuff. You're always away from your kids. Like, at least if you're a baseball player and you play all summer, half the time you're at home.
Yeah.
You sleep in your own bed. Like, when you're on tour, you're never at home.
And one thing that we need to mention with baseball, since we haven't, and this probably should have been a Who Lit It Up, but
Cal Raleigh.
Oh my gosh,
God.
Cal Raleigh. 2 home runs last night.
What's he got now?
Were they
60.
They were in Colorado, right?
He's got 60?
Yeah.
60.
How
no,
many
I
games
think he was
left?
at home.
They were at home. Okay. They were at home. So 59 and 60. he hit last night. Just
in Seattle.
How many games left?
There's like 4.
4 before the end of the weekend.
Chance to time Maris, huh?
Hey, Jay,
Go past that. Yeah.
JJ, I got to tell you this news. I know you're an Atlanta Braves fan, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
And my daughter, she lives in Atlanta. I said, sweetie, what are you doing this weekend? I'll probably go to a baseball game. The tickets are $7.
Yeah, it's even though they won like 10 in a row, it just shows how bad they were that they won 10 in a row and it still didn't matter at all.
Yeah, she told me that. I said, I got to tell JJ.
She will have a good time.
She said, oh, yeah. Yeah, she says her and her friends are going to go to the game.
Yeah.
Atlanta Braves, $7.
That's awesome. And everybody who goes with that, what is it, the battery around there, whatever.
Last year, those same tickets were probably like $70.
Yeah, now's the time. All right, so Jay Haas's career earnings, just over $14 million. Scotty Scheffler has nearly doubled him this year. Okay, that doesn't even include his FedEx Cup or anything that he earned last year. This year alone, $27,659,000. The only other guy I know that makes that kind of cash on a weekly basis.
The 2-minute drill is driven by nobody but Nimnik. Nimnik Chevrolet on Cassett Avenue and Nimnik Buick GMC on Phillips Highway.
Oh, the embedded and shredded joins us now. He rakes.
It's good to see you guys. I miss you.
Yeah, once a week ain't enough.
I know.
I tell my wife that all the time. It's the truth. It's the truth. But yeah, only once a week we get to see you.
Yeah. But I'll savor it while I'm in here.
I am going to be in trouble for that.
Yeah, she's going to.
How are you guys? Everything
we're
good?
We're good. So, 2,400 events that Jay Haas entered, and he made 592 cuts. That's incredible.
That is.
Can you imagine getting on the road for that many years and entering 2,400 PGA Tour events?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And his son was pretty good.
Yeah.
Won
Bill
the FedEx Cup.
Won the FedEx Cup.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right, so we've been talking about what needs to happen. Just give us one quick thing before, as you set up your show, that Jacksonville needs to do to beat San Francisco.
I think if they run the ball like they've been doing, which I think they've got a good chance of doing, with certainly, with Bosa not being there, I think San Francisco is going to really have to combat that. And I think it's going to put the Jaguars in good down and distance situations, and it'll limit the amount that San Francisco is really ever able to go after Trevor. So I think Etienne, Tootin, LaQuinn Allen, I think they all have contributions, but collectively have a big day in San Francisco, and I think the Jaguars run the ball and get the win.
Yeah. All right, you guys will be doing that. And
all that, yeah. We've got Lee Smith will join us from the Ryder Cup. He's up in New York, so that'll be a lot of fun. The executive director of the Players Championship will join us to give us his thoughts as the festivities get started tomorrow. So we'll have that. Greg McGarity, the executive director of the Gator Bowl, will join us to talk all sorts of college football and let us know what's new with the Gator Bowl in terms of their board. And got a chance to catch up with Robert Hainsey in the locker room yesterday, the Jaguar Center, so we'll play that as well. So fun Frangie show coming up.
I'm a Hainsey fan. I think he's one of the keys, honestly, on that line, bringing everybody together. I love it. All right, Hayes, we'll be listening. And they're going to announce the pairings for the Ryder Cup during the Frangie show, so that'll be good.
By the way, real quick, the reason why I said Cal Raleigh is closing on Roger Maris.
Yeah.
Because the all-time single-season record, Bonds, fake. McGuire, 70, fake. Sammy Sosa, 66, fake. McGuire, 65, fake. Sosa, 64, fake. Sosa, 63, fake. Judge, 62, real. Roger Maris, 61, real.
I got news for you. Just the way Aaron Judge has been built, if you think his is real and those aren't, come on,
and
man.
the balls were juiced.
Yeah.
Come on,
fake.
man.
So you tell me I got to unsee what I saw. I didn't see those balls leave the ballpark.
Fake.
They accept them all now and should.
That was AI.
Yeah, that's for sure. All right, we're done. Rebound Rehab. Say thanks to them. Don't forget, if you want to hit that ball out of the park like that, chicks dig the long ball. Get healthy by heading to Rebound Rehab if you have a sports injury. Whatever it might be, check them out all over the First Coast. We are done. Big Circe, Matty Hayes, Joe C, and JJ.
You know, the Big Tez, we can play left and right there. The Big Tez will get over the center, man. It's like you're about to gobble his ass up.
Yes.
And you're still calling plays, correct? Moving forward?
Correct.
Thank you.